KFHS Sports.
With your KFHS Sports, I'm Kyle Haas. Well, even though the gift-giving season is still a couple of weeks off, that hasn't kept the Tiger men from being on the receiving end of several presents. Well, during the fall break, senior guard Dominique Jones was the first MIAA Player of the Week of the new season, and as of this afternoon, the men's team had jumped 4 spots to 14th in the most recent national rankings. Well, before that poll was released Saturday, the men squared off against Sterling College to cap off their non-conference schedule. Go ahead and strike up the band as the Tigers squared off against the Warriors in the first time in 2 seasons. Fort Hays would get things started off early as Dominique Jones slithers his way in, laying this up. The little man from the Big Apple getting things done, 2 of his 10 right there. Then later on, Corbin Kunch decides to take things on his own. He tickles the twine with this 3-pointer, extending the Tiger lead. Then in the second half, Fort Hays State decides to work on their postgame. Ken Bowman muscles up the defenders, kissing this off the glass. And then for good measure, Ben Conjusta takes this steal and goes all the way, gets the hoop and the harm as Fort Hays State roars over Sterling College. The Tigers win 96-47. Dazon Smith puts up 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks, Conjusta 13 points and 3 steals. Head coach Mark Johnson reflects on the hot start his team has gotten off to.
If you look at it, we couldn't obviously won any more games than we did being 6-0, and really we played pretty well in most of our games. I think we had periods throughout games where we haven't played well, but overall when you come back after the game, I think you've done a pretty good job. You know, a lot of these teams, in January, February are going to be a lot better than they are right now, and I mean hopefully that continues through this early portion, but being the MIAA playing so early, so many conference games early in the season, you hope just having your core guys back gives you an advantage early in conference play.
Well, after dropping their first game of the year a week ago, women's basketball coach Tony Hobson doesn't think it's time to press the panic button just yet. Rather, Hobson is looking ahead to Wednesday and their opponent.
Well, I just watched a film on them. Actually, they were playing Newman. They played them Saturday. Lost to them by 10 at their place. They're athletic. They kind of remind me of Newman. I mean, they're very athletic. They try to push the ball. Not great shooters, but you don't have to be if you can get to the basket all the time. So I expect kind of an up-tempo game. They look like they're okay to me.
Well, that team coach was talking about is Lincoln University, and they gear up against the Tigers in the first time the 2 teams have played against each other, being members of the same conference. So here's a little insight into tomorrow night's opponent, a little bit about the Lincoln Blue Tigers. They were founded in 1866 in Jefferson City, Missouri, founded by colored infantry of the Civil War in 1921, integrated into include all races of students, an average right now of about 3,200 students, and they will square off against Fort Hays State. Right now, the men have the advantage 5-4 in the career between the 2 schools in matchups. So be interesting to see this new team hop into the conference.
Absolutely. They're off to a great start. Really good to see. Strong start. Hopefully they keep that up the rest of the season.
Can't get any better than 6-0 right now.
That's right.
So it'll be a big challenge with conference play. Not expected to probably win all the games, but Fort Hays should be exciting on both the men's and women's side of things.
The thing I'm noticing with the men's team is they have such great balance, especially throughout that starting 5. You can't stop them all, that's really quite a weapon.
Yeah, and then another winter sport nobody's really talking about right now, wrestling gears up with the Bob Smith Open this Saturday. It's the home tournament for Fort Hays State. Over 300 wrestlers will be competing from 20 different schools. So encourage everybody to head out there on Saturday morning. It'll be a great day of wrestling action at Gross Memorial.
All right, well, be sure to get out there and check that out. Thank you, everyone, for watching KFHS News. Have a good evening.